So it's begun. We have about 13 more days, or I think 2 weeks actually, until the DLC. And so within that 2 weeks, I want to go for number one, just to commemorate the end of the it's because of the generation, but you know, just something to do within the 2 weeks. OLT has ended, and so now it's time for that. This is going to be filled with emotions because we're playing for keeps. So, you know, for entertainment's sake, I usually like, you know, y'all get super tickled when I rage from the hacks, especially in contrast to my usual chill demeanor, and the music is such a contrast. And so I know that's for entertainment. Now, in this case, we're going to be using, just to update y'all if this is your first time watching me go for number one, we're going to be using the same team several lives in a row. The reason for this is we have to adjust to the team or get accustomed to the team. I'm still learning the meta. I know, crazy to say, but I need to be adjusted and comfortable with the general calcs, so I'm not relearning a team every live. And that's usually how I play, right? Just load up the team, barely check the sets, and then we hop right into it. And so I'm learning both the team and strategizing at the same time. And most of the time it's gonna have some gimmicky mon. And so to get to number one, just like I did last time, I had to use, I think I used one team almost all the way to the top, right? And so if you have any teams, I'm open to look at them. I'm open to look at them, but I'm not gonna change teams very often, right? And so hit the like button if you're excited. Yeah, let's get this party started. Just wanted to give you guys that update. So yeah, it's been a while since I played for keeps, right? Really locking in, because there's a process to setting up a game. You know, there's steps and all that, and I'll be doing more of that. This may be a longer live because, again, my knowledge on the meta, believe it or not, is low compared to what I know it could be, and that needs to change if I'm going to get number one. It doesn't need to, but I'd like more knowledge. I don't like getting caught off guard. And so yeah, we're gonna start off with the first opponent, my boy, whatever the hell his name is, and Throwaway. And so we're gonna break this down nice and simply and then proceed forward, right? So left to right analysis, Dragapult only has one good shadow ball switch and everything else drops, and that's King Gambit. So it's gonna be to my benefit to have spikes, some kind of spike up, spikes rocks up as I'm shadow balling, as that will really punish the Gambit on switch. Anything else he switches into will die, so, or get to a KO. So he has two slow bros, I just realized. So massive advantage there. Defensively doesn't really do much for me. Corviknight defensively checks Gambit and a potential physical pull. I haven't seen physical pull in quite some time, but beyond that, it's not that great. Suinologant can sweep as well very easily with the Terra Rose, very easily, and so we want to keep that in check just in case. Great Tusk, the removal of item on his Tusk and Zapdos is going to be key. Slowking guards against Zapdos, Slowking, Slowbro, and then the Future Sight plus Shadow Ball combination, or Future Sight plus Lilligant combination, is very dangerous. Samurot's very difficult for him to deal with. Zapdos is his only answer, and so for that reason, one would assume he'd aim to mess me up with the Dragapult or Zapdos, right? So we want to guard against that immediately, early. And so remember, we said Corviknight is going to be a big issue, right? So if I have a Galarian Slowking, and one would assume, okay, Zapdos doesn't have the matchup, you want to force me out, so you would go to your Great Tusk slash your Great Tusk slash Discharge Scum. That's actually really good for me because that allows me to chilly reception immediately. If he discharges again, it allows me to reposition into Dragapult. I really wish I had Flamethrower here, honestly. Flamethrower here would be blessed. It would be so blessed. What we're gonna do is just go for the Shadow Ball here. Unfortunately, this Gambit's gonna get away. He actually leaves the Zapdos and I get a crit. Is this Assault Vest? Interesting. So a Roost, which is a good play. 34. This is Spadef Zapdos, which means that he's gonna heal. Fuck. See? Mistake number one. Curious Medicine. What does this even do? Oh shit. I'm not regen. Okay. Alright then. Shadow Ball crit did 55. So he's max Spadef Zapdos, which is useful to know. That means that dang. Okay. Alright, then I'll have to play this very differently then. Okay then. So he's Hacks Fishing. Let's play along as well. Since I don't have regen, so he goes to the Roost. Samurott would kill this, but this isn't even that relevant. Fuck. Not having regen is gonna bite my ass. I don't want to get discharge parried, but he'd die. I'd kill his Zapdos. Oh, it's Future Sight this turn. I actually didn't expect Future Sight this turn. So obviously there's static. He's actually max Spadef slower than me. That's perfect. That's perfect. Because now Great Tusk, if he's slower than this, then Tusk is faster than his Zapdos. As I said, gonna be really important to. So Zapdos is a non-factor, which means Lilligant can destroy him. His leftover is Tusk. Tusk usually locks, carries Earthquake. My Dragapult, while offensively important, knockoff would never be a move he'd use that particular turn. Other turns perhaps, but not that turn. And so now I have the knockoff, and I can go for. Is it better to Drake? It's actually better to Draco Meteor here. He goes Slowking Galar, so that gives me a lot of data. Slowking Galar there was an awful play, especially because you're Black Sludge. So if I shot a ball there, you're clapped. So a lot of data getting received from that. That play right there gave me all the data I needed. Now I just have to be able to execute on it given the Slowking. I mean, him trying to discharge my Slowking gave me a lot of data, but I mean, going Slowking Galar on a Shadow Ball, like come on, bruv. That was top 10 worst plays of all time. Slowking Galar is not that relevant. Zapdos can't come in without dying, which is beautiful. So if I'm gonna Chili Recept, I need to force certain mods to be in. It's CC Tusk, which means actually it's Chili Reception. I want to force his Tusk in. Because one, he's gonna go for knockoff. We're gonna have a bit of a showdown versus Tusk. If he goes Slowking, even better. I do want to what's that move called? That this thing. I want to use this to do great things. Okay, I'm Terra Water on this. I'm actually really weak to Pult myself. Samurott super important. Yeah, I fucked up with the Slowking because now I can't even. I have the Terra Ghost, but I actually don't need my Terra on. The fact that he went Slowking would have meant I wouldn't need my Terra on Lilligant because he. I need Terra Ghost to beat Slowking because it actually doesn't quadra this Ghost, but then I have to take a Sludge Bomb. I need to be able to one-shot that. So how do I want to go about this? Big fuck up on my part. Big fuck up on my part. That's gonna cost me. So I'll take I assume Shadow Ball, but he made Draco. Shadow Balls, sex 48%. I'm gonna Roost turn 1 into Terra Ghost. That blows. So Corviknight is gone. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. It's a big deal just now. He shacks Zapdos. That's a big fucking deal. He's probably timid, but Headlong Rush. That's a big fucking deal. He Terra though, so I don't have to be concerned about any Terra. So Gambit's not Terraing. My Tusk isn't doing much. The Spike doesn't matter as much anymore. That's a big fucking mistake. Terror Ghost didn't cross my mind, but I know it wouldn't lose me the game. But as I said, this is going to be a roller coaster of a thing because I need to reacclimate with the meta. Spadev Zap though is something I've never seen. I can tell it's Spadev based on how much it was taken from the Shadow Ball. And then it was so CC. As I said, that's more than blessed for me. As we're going to get to Earthquake here. Ice Spinner. Oh, blessed. He is jolly. Because this is his only Samurai answer. Well, he has the Dragapult, obviously. But I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's no reason not to EQ. He keeps winning all the speed ties. Can I win a fucking speed tie? What the fuck? Oh, I was about to say, if you win every fight, that's the most important speed tie to win because he let me keep the spike up. Again, the Gambit, I can Sacred Sword on the Gambit. He's probably gonna go Pull, which I don't mind. He had the Slow Bro. He goes Slow Bro, which is a misplay. Big misplay there. Not gonna sack this, especially because he Future Sights. Oh my goodness, blessed. Oh, that's blessed. Very big misplay there. I gotta be mindful. Let me see. I'm actually not min speed either. So, what's this called? 0 speed. Was Sassy, I believe. Yeah, because I want a Chili reset. But let me think. What's the worst case scenario? Gambit can't Terra. So if I were to set up a Future Sight here, what do I even need the Slowking? Slowking shuts down Polt. And his Slowking. So, okay, he lets my Slowking take the Future Sight, which is blessed. So I get to get the Future Sight off here. Right. Okay, that's perfect. That's amazing. Yeah, I'll still go Tusk. I don't need it. Should Katao. And then sack. Because I technically could win here if I go Lilligant. But unless he has low kick, that's crazy. Pull is crazy. It's not really. I mean, he kind of had to bank on. If I went Samurott on a fucking Slowking, you know, I'm going for. I mean, on a. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm Sacred Sorting, but I don't like how I don't love how I played that game. More so with having to do with the Polt getting the Corvi kill. Now, mind you, there are no risks I took this game that I knew would lose me the game. Like for example, when I went Corvi on the Polt, if I some way either crit or got the Spadev drop, I knew I wouldn't lose the game. So it's not like a game-ending kind of risk. But the alternative was me going Samurott and bluffing Sucker, right? And I'm weak enough to Polt, and this is like a real-time thing for me. So literally as we're going, I'm going to be adjusting the team as we go. It has been a long time since I've done that, like actually intending to use the same team and adjusting as we go. So if I find Polt being enough of a problem to where Sucker Punch is warranted, then I might take Aqua Jet off and put Sucker Punch, right? Or what is the other move? Sacred Sword play. I like Sacred Sword a lot. Like Aqua Jet has its merits. Like Samurai's one of those mons that so many different moves have its merits, but we have to focus on synergy, right? We have to focus on, okay, well, Aqua Jet may be generally better, but for this team configuration, maybe Sucker Punches, because we want to just pick off those Dragapults or pick off maybe some pesky whatever the fucks, right? So looking at this opponent's team, if we were to break it down again, very, very Polt susceptible with rocks up. Tinglu is the only way, but Tinglu's bait U-turn, all that stuff, all that great stuff. Both is dark type, but Polt in on Polt means KO every time. Wouldn't be shocked to see him having Sucker Punch or him having like a Choice Scarf Samurott or something. Some weirds up the mix. Now my primary focus here is Corviknight. Corviknight or less Lilligant. Lilligant can mess him up, it'll just depend on whether the Namorous is Scarf. You know, I have to get some damage on Amoongus. We have to figure out a Terra type, but Lilligant can sweep, bro. Corviknight upon Iron Defenses, claps cheeks, loves teams like these, so that's going to be a potential win condiciones. Great Tusk, it's just there for tusking. I mean, there's no ghost type, so he's, you know, obviously hazard spamming. He's very Samurott weak for my Samurott Sash being kept intact. Thing I can't guard against, he's only offensive mon. He only has 3 offensive mons. Well, Tusk could be. Tusk is actually somewhat concerning, depending. We'll see. But I'm aiming to remove Enamorous in Iron Defense Corviknight sweep. And that's if the Enamorous even has Mystical Fire. So, but I'd ideally want to remove that, and then I don't think he can stop Corviknight from going to town. So phase 1, my worst case scenario would be Pult versus Rot. Sneasler is blessed. Don't mind Sneasler. He can't do that little fake out shit that he be doing. Low risk for me. If he leaves the Sneasler in, one would assume, I guess, he Dire Claw and Tusk. If I catch Tusk on if I catch Tinglu on U-turn, because very low risk for me. I don't know what Sneasler does. I mean, I've seen fake out, and I've seen fake out, and I've seen choice band. So I don't mean like I don't know what Sneasler has ever done in life, but so that's a crucial bit of U-turn on Tinglu. The question is now, how do I want to proceed? There's so many ways to proceed. I could Tusk. I could Samurott. Which would likely let his Amoongus get rid of my Focus Sash, and then I gotta put him on to sleep. And as I said, he's very weak to Shadow Ball, so I kind of want to lure him to stay in. I could also sweep him here. If I go Tusk, which gives me the most value? Tusk into knockoff is a long-term play. So this seems odd, but I'm actually gonna go with my Great Tusk and click knockoff here. Actually, I'm gonna go to my Great Tusk and click Stealth Rock here. For the long term, because I thought about it, like if I Samurott and he goes Among, I don't want to give up my Sash yet, because if I get up rocks, I know his Tusk is gonna come in, and I'm gonna have all the leverage here. Right, his Tusk does matter, and it's Jolly Tusk, which is good. So I have all of the leverage. He goes for Rapid Spin, expecting my Dragapult to come in. He doesn't want any smoke from my Dragapult, so I don't have anything to rush. If he Rapid Spins, it's probably gonna double knock off here. He has Ice Spinner. Okay. So now he's gonna Rapid Spin. Pult won't die to Ice Spinner because he's bulky, I'd assume. But yeah. So I mean, that wasn't like, oh man, I made these rad predictions. No, like that was just the best all-around play. Value wise, now if I U-turn out on his Tinglu, I got him, because now I can go to Samurott and there's no counterplay to that. So I'm gonna surf into Tinglu. It's gonna do a decent amount. I double surf again because I want to get to the point where he has rocks up and I can Shadow Ball for free. So one more bit of damage and I can do so. I do want to make sure my Dragapult isn't super low on health, but he goes to rocks, which I expected. And so now Amoongus / Samurott are his only counterplays, right? More so Samurott, I'd assume. The Amoongus is a pain. I don't want to stare down Amoongus because I don't want to get spored yet. I don't think I can get around that. The Amoongus is too big of a pain, and I don't even know what I want to spore. Honestly, probably Samurott's my best spore fodder. As I said, I want Enamorous gone. So Tinglu's losing 31. Tusk is actually the best sleep fodder. So I know Amoongus is coming in. Is Tusk the best sleep fodder? How do I plan to win this? Yeah. It's not perfect, but we can make do. It's probably Helmet Amoongus. This allows me to reposition into Dragapult. It's probably gonna go to Grey Tusk slash Samurai, right? So it's Boots Samurai. I've seen these beasts Spadef in the past. I don't know. I'm going to just U-turn here because of Dragapult. If he can, I don't know if this dude has Sucker Punch. We were just talking about that. But if he's Boots, I don't want to assume. I'm like, if he's Boots, then I'd assume he's not faster than me. I'm going to U-turn. So he goes Enamorous, fearing the, okay, excellent. And the Enamorous is not heavy duty boots, so it's probably Scarfed. So this allows for me to chilly reception for positioning, excellent. And the fact that, so Amoongus coming in would be, I can't have him risk him having foul play. So he's not Sucker Punch and he could have died. So I forced the stay in here. If he goes Enamorous, then he's gonna get Draco'd. If Enamorous dies, then my Corviknight wins. So he goes Tinglu on the sack, excellent. So now I can blast him away. The Samurai's a bitch, but as I said, Corviknight is king, and the fact that the Enamorous has to take the pressure. Okay, Samurai. So he gets to get the Ceaseless Edge off here. We're gonna play the speed tie game. Let's see if you're faster than me. I do think he's gonna stay in. Oh, he goes Tusk. Could Terra this. Terra would get rid of Tusk because he's on a high sprinter slash EQ. Well, if he rapid spins, then the Enamorous is already. Well, I can't get rocks back up. He does spin, so I get rid of the. I won't be able to get rocks back up, but I don't think it'll matter too much. I thought if I Terra Ghost there, I would have had way more leverage. But I just don't see how. He's gonna muscle past my Corviknight, even with the hazards up. Plus, I have the Lilligant in the back. And now I can just go to Dragapult and click Shadow Ball 10 times. But I'll just what the fuck is a sneezer supposed to do to me? I'll Aqua Jet, 5 seconds left. I just realized I had 5 seconds left. Maybe not timeout. Maybe it wasn't worth it to give up Enamorous. Alright. So Shadow Ball this first turn. Enamorous will never come in, but that's okay. Oh, he does go Enamorous. Alright, I'm pretty sure we win there. I didn't think Enamorous would come in. The risk versus reward there, I don't think was that much in his benefit. We do want to keep Polt because Polt is king. Actually, let's just sack Polt. I don't think Corviknight can possibly lose. Taunt, huh? Pest. There's no bueno. That's actually a bitch. Since I have the Terror Ghost and I have Slowking, I won't. Fuck. Some weirdo shit. Great. I forgot he didn't Terra yet. Damn, this is a pain in the ass. This is a very specific set for me. Okay. This is a very specific set for me. What a pain. Okay. See if he has foul play. No, please do not get any luck. Thank you. Please hit. Please hit Lilligan. I need you. You're king. You're king. He probably expected Ice Spinner, so that made sense. Neasler drops. Samurai does not. There's no way Samurai has Sucker Punch. There's no way the Samurai has Sucker Punch. So what I could do if he goes Amoonguss, I could go Corviknight and Brave Bird straight up. How much did Terra Blast do? 68. Where's the knockoff? 64. If I go Corviknight and click Brave Bird here, is that a guaranteed win? No, if I miss and he gets a bunch of stuff, let's see if he foul plays. Yeah, yes, foul play, which is what I was concerned about. Now I get to Roost and Brave Bird twice in the Samurai, because he has to taunt. Not two KOs. As long as I don't lose to the Samurai, I'm fine. I had to think that through. I was like, okay, I could miss and he could have the foul play. Risk versus reward wise, if Amoonguss is last, it can never beat Corviknight. So we want to position ourselves to where Aqua Cutter is a good play. Fucker got a crit. That's gonna be big if he crits me again. That's a bitch. Oh, he doesn't get it. Blessed. And so now obviously Slow King beats Amoonguss. So I didn't even mean to sludge bomb. Foul play is doing nothing. Let me just slack off here as he vanishes. Not even a crit foul play could knock me out. So this guy had 1963, so we got a good bit of points from this. Again, very rusty. I feel like I'm about 60%. We barely got any points from that. 23 point. This is a grind out here. Because I had to think about like the long-term consequences of spin turn in particular, because I'm like, okay, let's say he doesn't spin and just kills me. I waste Terra. Can I still win if he doesn't spin? Yes. You know, all these things. I like this guy's team. It looks crazy. It's like some Trick Room shit. But he only has one Trick Room user, so can he really beat Trick Room? But teams like these, Corviknight just claps cheeks. I mean, just Corviknight and Hisui and Lily just loves teams like these, just to munch on them. One thing I do need to do is figure out what kind of Cloud Zyard it is. If it's, or I need to get a little bit of damage if it's unaware. If it is unaware, then. But let me break it down. Very hazard weak. Something that he does have going for him is that freaking crest. The Terra Ghost, the Terra poison type stuff is very pesky. Future Sight's problematic for him. Ursaluna is, I've seen a really fast Ursaluna before, so I don't even want to. Let me break this down because this should be matchup wise. I have all the tools I need. I just need to focus on what I want to win with. He guards fairly decently versus Polt, but Polt is critical versus this thing in the end game in case he does weird things. Corviknight upon iron defenses can 6-0 my opponent, depending on how he plays the curse. Because you know, with Future Sight, not Future Sight, with what's that move called? Stored power and such, that can be an issue. Hisui and Lilligan can literally 6-0 him from lead. I just have to worry about Terra. Great Tusk, big problem. I cannot deal with Azumarill, so I need to be mindful of that. Future Sight puts me in a bad spot versus his Tusk early. Samurott It's very hard for him to deal with. I think the most advantageous position for me is Dragapult. I knew Azumarill would be an issue, but I have the Corviknight. I have the Corviknight to come in on the Amoonguss. Besides, if this is banded, I mean, if he has a Azumarill versus Pult, it's very unlikely that he'll go for Belly Drum. I mean, he could. It's unlikely though. It's improbable that he'd go for Belly Drum that turn, which would allow me to eat up the Play Rough. Push come to shove, if he Belly Drums, he'd have to Terra Water to knock me out, which would allow me to go for a Ceaseless Edge with my Samurott, assuming I hit. That'll do enough to where Aqua Jet would have killed, I'd assume. So I'm not gonna lose my ultimate and then give up Terra, right? And then I'd be able to have something for the Crest, because that's a bitch. So Azu's in. Let's see what he does. So he does Belly Drum. That gives me a lot of data on my opponent. Belly Drum isn't nice for me. Because he needed, like, if I shot a ball there, he would have been finished. That's what I'm talking about, right? But as I said, you know, my opponent made the play he made, and you know, prospered from it. I do also have Terra Water on Tusk. Corviknight's too important to give up. Slowking is important, but not too important. The turn one Belly Drum just is such, there's so many levels of how that could have put him in a bad spot that I'm not sure what to make of him. So I'm trying to think what, because he'd have to be faster than me. Okay, I'll go for, say, Ice Spinners knocks me out. It's Leftovers. Could lose my Lilligant here for Terra Waters. Would probably kill me. I'd force the Terra, which would open me up big time. I do have Corviknight, as I said, which can 6-0 him. And if he Terras, then I can Shadow Ball spam versus Chris. And I'll still have Terra in hand. But as I said, I don't know his speed tier. There's too little data. And so I'm like, why set up if you're just gonna switch? And he does switch. So he sets up just to switch in his Leftovers fucking Azu. And you can't make this stuff up. So Tusk is gonna be immediate. Bro, what? See what I'm talking about? Like, what? I have a Infiltrator Pult, dude. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what? This is stuff I'm talking about, man. What? Now, I'm very concerned about Ursaluna. Shadow Ball here. Right, bro is out of his mind. Bro is out of his mind going Azu there. So Corviknight every time, recovers for everything. I don't want Ursaluna's matchup. I want to see if I'm faster as well. So we're gonna Iron Defense first. Tusk comes in. Yes, I'd like to keep my item, but so let's see his counterplay to this. Wildfire is not a counter. Should Fizdef Claude? What? Okay. He hasn't terrored yet. Stockpile, huh? Very interesting. Is this toxic too? Okay, I wasn't sure. That's fine. Okay, excellent. That's great. What's more important? Let's say Calm Minds. He has to Moonlight soon. I'm gonna play this carefully, but it's harding to Samurott, the best player. Yeah, it was. Razor Shell drops defense. Ceaseless Edge with force to drop. Says Terra Steel. Fuck! Alright, so get some Sacred Sword damage. Sacred Sword is gonna hurt. Ceaseless Edge would kill Azu. I mean, I beat this with Corviknight now. Like, you literally can't beat my Corviknight. I don't give a fuck about the Azu anymore. It's Rocky Helmet Tusk. Alright. Very, very interesting game I'm playing today. If he's stockpiled, does that mean he's unaware? Like, what is going on? Surf here. Because Azu dies. Surf is amazing. But yeah, Corviknight's king. Because now I can just Iron Defense and Body Press. Stored power won't do enough by the time I'm done pressing. What a strange game. What a strange game I'm playing. What a strange one. Stored power 35, Body Press 80, so Roost here. Because he should go Cloudy. Cloud is a nuisance here, actually. Very, very odd game I'm playing. I think he is unaware. And he's super Earthquake weak. Super Earthquake weak. So he can't go Crush because I'll just knock off, kill him. I'm faster with Tusk. I'm losing health. I need to boost my Lilligant soon. So now we're staring down probably Ursaluna, yeah. Ursaluna headlong rushes most likely. What a pesky man. Lilligant is king. But it can miss, and that's what scares me. Because Stockpile Claude with a miss right now is devastating, honestly. That's some devastating shit. So what I'm gonna do, let me see. Yeah, this works. I'm gonna Corviknight first because I can't die to any one hit. He actually SDs, that's fine. I reposition in a Pult to cover for Fire Punch, yeah. And now I can just surf. Let's see if the Cloudy is unaware. I don't want Azu. I mean, Azu is irrelevant because I didn't take any damage on Cloud. Okay, so he gives up the Ursaluna. I get to go Tusk and Rapid Spin here to knock this out. And we'll see. Zama should die to EQ. So, again, I do not want to play with the Lilligant. I don't want any Lilligant games. So Azu comes in. Obviously, Jet's doing no damage. But I want to take Jet damage, though. Taking Jet damage. Zama is going to come in at 30%. I'm not 100% confident that'll kill. If it doesn't, so Jet, if it doesn't, that's fine. I don't need my Terror Ghost. Oh, he goes Cloudy first. That's blessed. Is this Fizz Death Cloud? Oh, it is. But it still took a ton. It took enough to where I can recover off. Okay, blessed. And obviously Zamazenta can't beat Corviknight, so I'm not concerned. It's leftovers though. Let's see, 30. It does do 30. I get a crit there. I don't know if that mattered. Not used to those mons. Fucking Claude. Look at the weird ass Claude Zyre. Weird ass Claude. Weird ass fucking Azu. Lefty's belly drum. Weird ass fucking was no Great Tusk only used Rocket with Helmet. Helmet is not outlandish. The crush set was normal. It just wasn't Terra Poison. Terra Steel was crazy considered, but I'm really glad I went hard rock. I've never seen Terra Steel, so to me that's weird. Swords Dancing on Ursaluna was bonkers. That was a bonkers play. But I'm actually really pleased with how I played around, given how many. And then the Zamazenta, like, bro was playing like he just left the brain at home today. right? So we're at 40 minutes. We're gonna wrap it up there. We gained what, 45 points. That's a good range. And so number one is 2036. Okay, so that's even less than when we got number one last time. Number one, I got it was like, I think 2060 something. So it's really the ideal time. We're top 20 right now. Top 10 is 50 something points away. But yeah, as long as I get adjusted to the team and we get in there, and you know, because I made a lot of misplays this live, but I need to get these games into sharpen because I feel rust. I know I'm like a 65% max. Like I can tell in just how my thought process is flowing. So I hope you enjoyed. Hit the like button if you did, guys. Love y'all, really do, and I'll see you in the next one.